Yeah. Hello, everyone. How are you all? I'm glad to know that you all are here, and it is so beautiful that we all have the opportunity to be in this space once again. We narrowly missed each other. We could have missed each other by you being in another lifetime, me being in another lifetime, you in another dimension, and me in another dimension, but we're all here together. But if there's someone who's outside of our dimension and you managed to get here with us anyway, feel free to come through. Okay, I'm opening up a portal. So if you'd like to come in and um, express yourself, I bring you greetings from this particular space we call Earth. I bring you greetings. Hang on 1 minute. Hang on. Okay, I am so sorry for the interruption. So feel free to come into the portal, but you can't stay but a brief while, and you have to bring sacred messages only. Those messages that are going to help those who are in need. Sacred spirits only. Hello, ancestors. I would like to have your blessings as I bless my audience. Hello, Temple of the Crossroads. And know that this video is sponsored by the Temple of the Crossroads. These videos are to help prepare individuals who are interested, prepare them for the ability to be able to take care of their own or themselves in the event there is a crisis where we do not have electricity, water, food, health care, etc. I haven't heard that word, etc. in so long. Hang on, y'all. I'm fiddling with this. Okay, I'm ready. So, here's a continuation for us to prepare and get ready. But I would like to say some things. I would like to talk about a revelation that I have had on my journey. You know, I am continuously growing and growing. My aura is expanding and expanding, and I am going through a aging process. No, I do not look like I looked 5 years ago, nor do I act that way, nor do I carry that energy and that frequency. Okay, so you're watching me go through the aging process, and you too will go through the aging process too. Make sure that every moment counts. Make sure that any type of conversation or relationship that you engage in is going to further you in the direction of growing once again your aura, your biosphere, evolving, so that when you're in the spiritual plane, you have a series of information to take on the other side with you, because that is where the obstacles really are. This is when you get into all of these different complicated situations like mazes and spirits that will have you to take on, to become a part of something that you may not necessarily know anything about, because you're not doing your homework here on this side. Okay, because you're going to have spirits and entities and demonic forces and forces in general that will collect your energy and store it and use it the way you may not see fit. Okay, so this is what we're supposed to be doing here. We are to be here, um, be here in this place at this particular time, gaining the, like I said, the knowledge that you will need. You will need on the other side. Brace yourselves and prepare yourselves for the holy death. I didn't really want to put that in the title, but you may have seen the video that I just made on my last channel, the Mother Wisdom Tree channel, where I talked about the holy death. So there is a job for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Um, I am a part of those dark forces. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, I may come and I may come to you and appear as this. I don't know what people see me as, but a lot of people are afraid of me. I am a messenger in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm innocent, but I am a messenger. I am a my presence is not only messenger but prophecy. And I have to be very careful, and you too have to be very careful, like what I broadcast, what I speak, because I have the ability to not only, I have some type of authority, in other words, and I'm not here to brag or anything like that, because I'm humble. There is a force that's so much greater than myself, my physical body, and even my hierarchy of spirits and sources that send me here. So I am deeply humbled. But I must explain this to people who are trying to understand who I am, and I can't 100%, explain this and have an explanation for it, just like no one else can explain themselves and have an explanation. But a lot of people are drawn to me because they say something is very odd about your nature. You're very unique. You're charismatic. I've heard a lot of different things, about my energy, and my energy also intrigues my own self personally as I go back to being a child and coming up to now, not understanding what it is and why other people were at one point, hateful towards it, and the hate became fear towards it. It was like as if though they wanted me to hate myself because I was something. No, I was not the run of the meal. You know what I'm saying? Most of our people are cookie cutter, run of the meal, and it is okay. Don't think this is a video trying to bash these people. It's not even a video of me separating who I am from them. It's just me acknowledging me as to what I am, who I am. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully me acknowledging who I am will help other people who can see themselves just like me. You understand? We need that comforting place for us, because for a long time they have told us, especially if you carry darker skin, people do not realize the darker skin on the African American race. Yeah, I'm pushing spirits out, so we'll talk about that in a minute. People like, the African American race here in the Americas was feared at one particular point, not only by people of other colors and nationalities, but also by our own men. There was fear, and the fear set in, and we were judged as to be witches and diabolical and evil and devils and all of these different things. The darker you were, they felt like the more malevolent you were, in these supernatural genre of forces and stuff. And in a sense, it was true. And it still is true, because there's documentation where some of the slave women, they had to put muzzles on their mouth, and to speak would be like a blade to cut their lips, their tongue, because they were able to chant and to hum, moan, and sing of a different language that would actually kill, would murder. The force of that energy would murder uh, you know, just families, you know what I'm saying? Like the master and his families and stuff. So they had to put these muzzles over these women mouths. These were some of the ones that were already native to this place, and maybe some who brought them that they brought here, I guess, from Africa. I don't know how true that story is. I'm not going to necessarily get into that, but it was dangerous. And so this is where that stigmatism came from, being a dark-skinned woman, not a dark-skinned man necessarily. I'm not saying dark-skinned men do not suffer, but dark-skinned women are always at the foot of suffering because they cannot speak what they feel. To speak what they feel is to trigger, other people who may have an issue with them expressing themselves. To have confidence and be a dark-skinned woman is foreboding in particular societies and cultures. The fear of, the confidence, and the self-worthiness was a threat to something, you understand, to something that benefited those that were not like her in particular. But the celebration now is, it will be spoken, it will be talked about, it will be a subject matter, it will be, it will be where, dark-skinned women will be able to come out and say, look, this is what I suffered from, this white supremacy caused this within myself. And I didn't even know I was going to even be talking about this. So I know it's a spirit that is taking over. The fact that, if you are this dark-skinned woman, your malevolent force says that you must smile and be as less intimidating as possible to those who are inferior, who have inferiority complexes towards the fact that she graces her crown and she tilts her head to the sky. That is very dangerous to do amongst certain people. A lot of women and unalive. But you're living now in a place where African American women, if you want to call them that, black women, melanoid women, and everything, can celebrate the magie, the metaphysics within herself. You do no longer need a pimp, like a pastor or a pimp on the street, or a pimp when it comes to your, magician work. You don't need a pimp anymore, okay? You are the madame, you understand, that has been given charge this day, this moment, to celebrate your magic, African American women. I am proud of those who have adopted the behavior to contact me and say, I'm ready. And I am thankful and I am blessed that I have the opportunity to have been with you all since 2008 and to be here to continue to share the great good news. You understand that it is okay to go back to your original culture. And a lot of people say, I forgot and we don't know it. Nobody told us anything. You don't have to worry about that because the spirits are going to teach you. Everything that has been lost will be restored, or everything that has been lost will be recovered and unveiled. We're lifting the veil now. No, the veil has already been lifted. And if you're not in this consciousness that I just spoke of, and I don't really want to have to go back over explain it again, you won't be needed. Because like I said, and it could be me. I may have already served all my work, okay? But the month of December, I've already warned you, December of 2022 and January of 2023 and beyond, we're going to lose so many people. Lots of people are going to be dying. I'm humble. I've seen the deaths I have crossed over and seen a bandwagon of women crossing over and not necessarily knowing that their work here is complete. They don't know that they're unalived or they're going to be a part of those. They're here in the physical, but they don't realize a portion of them is already in the invisible world, and that they will not continue on the journey. And you know, like I said, I said, I don't know. It can be me. You understand what I'm saying? I know the only promise that I have been given is that one day I'm going to die. So, but listen, let me talk to you. Let me talk to y'all. These supernatural forces are real. Please believe me. The Loa, these are our gods, melanated gods. The religion, don't get me wrong, in the Americas is dominated by Haitians. Beautiful. Y'all done a great job, of preserving the history. But we must acknowledge Mama Africa. I heard a lady say, she was from Haiti. She said African American people do not have the rights to serve the Loa because they're not from Haiti, is what she said. Basically denying our birth rights. I say that if you have the desire, or if the Loa has contacted you for any reason, you cannot neglect or abandon your obligations to the Loa under no circumstances. If you were chosen, it is because, go back in your history, it all came from Africa. No one is exempt. If you have West African blood in your body, you are not exempt. You can't just say the lady from Haiti told me that I have no rights. It's not going to work. Okay? We owe the Loa, the Orishas, the mystic spirits, the enemy. We owe the enemy, not the enemy, but the enemy. You owe them. Because of them, now you live. You live a better life than they live. They are the ancestors. They are our ancestors. Let no one deny that. A lot of y'all went and saw Wakanda. And I said, ooh, the theaters were packed. I drove through there the other night. Now, I almost wanted to stop and watch. Africa, Mama Africa has risen. And she is taking her power back. Yes, she is. Hang on 1 minute, y'all. Y'all, hang on. Ooh. Woo, that is just too high. Let me cut this down. Let me cut this down. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Oh. I guess it's charging. I didn't see the light pop on. Okay. And it's interesting, and I want to talk about, this is another thing I want to talk about. Hang on, y'all. I just think it's interesting that y'all know I got to play games with this thing to balance it. Sorry about that. Hang on, y'all. Let me turn this gas down. minute, y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna turn this off. Okay. Sometimes you can put these jars in a bath. Well, sometimes these jars won't fill up. So you have to introduce them to a bath. And in some instances, they'll seal by turning them upside down. I've noticed that if your liquids that you're pouring in your cannings, if they're not really hot, then that lid and that ring is not going to process. It's not going to actually indentate itself in. So in those situations, if that liquid is not hot enough, you're going to have to put it in a bath. I did notice that with these blackberries. Let me see. Okay, they're processed now. I had to put them in a bath. I got 2 jars of pickles right now that have to go in a bath because the brine was not hot enough. Okay, so, but anyways, I just wanted to talk about that, because I know a lot of people that are out there that can identify with me, but you feel ostracized. There's no one that understands you, and you gravitate to me because watching me lets you know you're not the only one, and that it is okay to celebrate yourself. Once again, being a dark-skinned woman, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against any other, shades of beings or colors of beings, but I'm just only talking about the dark woman's dilemma. And I'm not saying all dark-skinned women identify with me. I'm only talking about myself, and then there are others who feel like myself also, but having the confidence to come out and practice your spiritual belief system that is different from many, because most a belief system down here in the South in particular is all about, the church, so that dark-skinned woman can find her confidence in believing in God, believing in Jesus, believing in the church, and always reading from scriptures. It's almost like it's a scripted character that has to be played by every single dark-skinned woman with a lot of energy, like a very energetic person or that very outspoken. Her job is to comfort everyone in the word of the Bible, but that narrative is changing. Get yourselves prepared for the dark-skinned woman here in the United States of America to express her spirituality outside of the church, not quoting the Bible, not making anyone feel comfortable, because she's gonna be your leader. People are gonna come and gravitate to her because she's the messenger, and she is going to feel that that special place as prophetess, as the psychic. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be her place. Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to have people, women, especially African American, of all shades that are we're going to do our thing of all shades. Of women that are white of all shades, Hispanics of all shades. Don't get me wrong. But I'm only talking about us as African American women. You have a duty and a job. I don't care if you're light skinned. I don't care if you're caramel. Or I don't care if you're cocoa butter. I don't care if you're chocolate. I don't care if you dark chocolate or you're charcoal. Y'all all got a job. And because you're a dark skinned woman, you're not going to put the shades on and say, hey, don't look me in my eyes. You got to be ready for this work. This work is coming at you. And I'm giving you today the permission to go out, black women, you understand, and learn and discover spirit. It is time. Because we're in a whole nother consciousness. right now. We don't left that other place. Okay, here we are. You know what I'm saying? Here we are. You understand? You cannot turn around once you come this far out into the sea. Once you have visited my channel, it's a wrap. You can't go back. Look, so I wanted to talk to you all about that. You all need to know I'm not a witch. No longer a witch. I was a witch. Okay. Even wrote a book. All women are natural born witches. Nothing against witches, but that's not where I am now. I have evolved since then. Okay, and it's not even a way to describe me, but to say I'm just a collective of all of my past and present life conscious experiences. You understand? This is just basically who I am because I've had lots of past lives, and I am a soul traveler, I'm a soul walker. And these are some of the things that make me who I am. I am a very loving being, as well as I am inherently evil. And these things compromise me. I can heal you. I can destroy you as I see fit. This is my energy. I am a vessel housed with many spirits, many personalities, and you never know which one you gonna get. Okay, and this is who I am, and I'm telling you all this so that you can explore yourself and say, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm not everybody else's expectations. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you expect from me, but I don't owe anybody anything. You understand? I only give that I am willing to give. Understand? And so I just wanted to talk to you all about that. Yes, I am inherently evil. I am inherently vindictive and spiteful. You know what I'm saying? I am in the doom. I am blessed. You understand? So this is all me. I am divine. I am divine. And at the same time, too, I am diabolical. It's just wherever you meet me, or it's where you meet yourself. Wherever you meet me, you meet yourself. So before you come to me, do some work. Work on you. Because you don't want to come to me and you ain't done no work. Because like I said, you just never know who you going to be meeting up with. Because you always meet up with yourself. I keep telling people we all are the mirror. You watching me now? You're looking straight into the mirror. Anything you find negative about me, it is the negativity within yourself. Anything you find in me that you are attracted to or you are adorned to or what have you, it's just only because it's in yourself. This is why we got to be really, really careful. And I know I have myself, fell short of the mark. What we say about individuals, because we can say some things that will kind of give people an idea of ourselves, not the person we're talking about, but us personally. That's why when people describe me in a negative situation and negatively, I'm like, wow, so this is what you're dealing with. Okay? So be careful. Always have wonderful things to say about people, even when you can't. And when you can't find anything good to say about folks, just don't say nothing at all. I never get calls about mess. No one calls me to talk about another spiritualist or another YouTuber because they know I do not tolerate that. I never get people saying, oh, I went to such and such and such and none of her work works. Then no, I'm not going to tolerate that. Because if you come to me about another practitioner, you tell me, oh, they work don't work or something there, or what have you. I'm like, well, when you fix your situation with that individual, you understand? Y'all make it right. Okay, So we need to all be like that about practitioners. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with anybody talking negatively about another practitioner, but I'm quite sure I get it all the time. But you got a lot of people who want to look for people who enjoy mess. I found on my journey that if I were that type of person where I had to constantly talk about another spiritualist and have that spiritualist in my mouth, I don't think I would be here. I'm blessed. Look at what spirit got me. I gotta finish that, don't get me wrong. But they got me a beautiful edifice and a temple. And the only way I got that is because I couldn't come on here and talk about a whole bunch of shenanigans. Don't get me wrong. I have had to address people who came for me. I had to address them. I have had individuals attack me, and I felt like I had to say something, and I had to defend myself. But on my journey now, that's not going to happen. I realized I was immature when I was addressing that, because basically the person who had something to say was crying out, listen, I'm jealous because there are a lot of things that you have as a spiritualist, as a gifted spiritualist, that I don't have. I can't sing. I can't make dolls. I can't paint. I can't draw. I can't do you. I can't become you. When I found out that was the problem, I ain't had to make no more videos. But I have had some out there. Still got some out there where I have had to defend myself and go after somebody. Y'all see, in the last 4 or 5 years, I hadn't had to do that no more, because I grew. You understand? On a conscious level, I grew. Somebody put something on social media, she's a this, she's a that, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Basically, what do I feel about myself? You understand? I'm in the headline. There's somebody who felt enough of me to turn their camera on and call my name. Do you know how much effort it takes? It takes effort, it takes energy, it takes a lot from you to come and turn your camera on and go after people. And if you don't feel it and you say it's not a big deal, then I question what type of spiritualist or content creator you are. Because whatever that energy is that you have spent on me could be energy you could have used to create your own, to come up with your own niche. You know what I'm saying? Once I found my niche, I'm like, man, can't nobody tell me nothing. You understand? I know where I'm supposed to be. But the people that are constantly talking about other people and insulting other people and always gossiping about other people, it's because they can't find their niche. So most of the people that does a lot of gossiping and yapping about people, they don't know where they're supposed to be. I look at your people like Wendy Williams, and I said to myself, this is like the consequences of constantly using exploiting other people's pain, misery, of their names to drag it in the mud and whatever to try to get views, to get money. This is the consequence of that. Do I feel sorry for her? No, absolutely not. I just say she is the example of why not to engage in celebrity gossip or become conduit to the powers that be, to the industry, whether it be the music, movie industry, the comedy industry. I don't know. This is the reason why I won't be going there, okay? Because whatever that is on her, I don't want none of it on me. I found that my niche here in this spiritual arena, one of the best is just creating dolls. Why do I have to go back and forth with somebody constantly calling my name, seeking my validation, seeking my attention? And believe it or not, I like it. When somebody called my name to go after me, you know what I say? I still got it. And when people do that in social media, it lines my wallet. I make more money. So this is why I will never come to my platform to call out any names of anybody that I do not like because it is advertisement. Every time somebody has called Spirit Tree, Mother Wisdom Tree, which they know not to touch that name. That's a sacred game, sacred, that is sacred grounds. You will get it. I'm looking at the phone, ringing off the hook. I'm like, oh, thank you. Because, like, I could call out a content creator's name or another psychic name. That's another thing I'm not going to do anymore. I called out a couple of times, another spiritualist name, a lady in Miami, and you might be watching me. When I called that lady, the lady had promised that she was going to do work with me, and she went to the other lady in Miami to have her work done. What do I say? It's all good, but it is a lesson learned. You understand what I'm saying? Because people are not going to necessarily pay you or thank you for those particular things, those gifts that you give them. They're not going to do that. So if you know this, from now on, my lips are sealed. I would never promote another individual over myself personally, okay? I learned my lesson because, see, you give your blessings away. So a lot of times people think that people are being selfish because they're not sharing this information and sharing that information. Because I have seen where people have had perfume on that I really like, smell good. It wouldn't tell you what it is. Or they've gone places and purchased certain bags or dresses. They won't tell you what it is. Or they got artwork in their house and you wouldn't mind having something like that in there. They ain't gonna tell you what it is. And so, it's best to adopt that behavior because I will be adopting that behavior myself in the future because I felt like, but what we need to understand is this, that what goes around comes around. That if you, so be careful obligations that you set aside with people. Oh yeah, I'm willing to give you such and such dollars, and you know in your heart and your mind you're not gonna do it. You know you're not gonna afford it. Then those obligations, you understand what I'm saying, that you have failed to meet with the individuals you made arrangements with, so shall people also do the same to you. So you may be operating a business of some kind and you're really looking to pull it off come January. You know how we get to writing down our little New Year's resolution and writing down our petitions and our affirmations and stuff. But just because we have failed to meet our obligations with someone else, I mean, that shit happens to you too. I could tell y'all some stories of some people who were supposed to make some obligations to the temple. They didn't do it, honey. And they are really fucked up. And they don't get mad with me. Just get mad with the spirits of the crossroads, the temple of the crossroads. They even told me. Now this is what they told me, and I have to abide by them. So don't come here and say you're gonna do things for the temple and don't do it, okay? That ain't good. But they told me I have to walk in this door every time I walk in here with $50 a week. Every time I come up in this door, no, 40, I think $40 a week, $40 a week. I gotta have 40 bucks to go in this damn temple. Oh, excuse me, I ain't mean it. I feel like damn and damnation is holy, so I might be a blasphemous to some people and everything. But yeah, because I am the queen of the damned. I am the damned. That's what I am. What has damned us? The Matrix. We have been damned because of the Matrix, because the Matrix say we are to abide by that black book, that red book, that green book, that white book, whatever color they want to make that Bible. We're to abide by that book. You understand? To continue to perpetuate, white supremacy and continue to hold up the integrity of the Matrix. This is our job, but if you are spiteful to that and you decide to not abide by it or what have you, eternal damnation is what they say you are to have. And I say, absolutely not. I am very aware of what you do. I know that hell is a place created for the damned, those people who refuse to go to church and acknowledge the Jesus Christ. I am the Antichrist. So, you know, um, is it's just not in my nature to serve that. I'm not gonna say I'm humble. I'm not gonna say that it ain't nothing that could make me go in that direction. Something can happen, and honey, y'all might see me praying all day long. I'm just saying where I am now. I'm pretty much satisfied with my job, and my authority is to help free the people, you understand, from the consciousness, this narrative of us servants and them master. You understand, this is where I'm at, because they have not always been our master. At one particular time, you understand what I'm saying, we were, you understand, in power, the Moors, and we lost that because we enslaved them, and the tables just turned around. But now it is a new paradigm. Get yourselves ready for it. But I found out that my niche is making the dolls. Here's the doll. I make them and people love them. Now this one right here is still on the website and hadn't sold yet, because I mean it is different, and not everybody can, some people may, I just feel like art is something that has to resonate with people, and it's very personal what people want around them and people don't want around them. I know that somebody going there to see how much that dog costs. Go ahead on and check it out and everything. But if the doll's a little bit too much for you, just let me know. But I want to talk about this particular doll because he's still on the market looking for a home. This is Euclid Southers. Okay, all of my dolls come with a story to tell. It's just like a book. Euclid is a book. You can write a book on Euclid. Euclid was born somewhere around the early 1900s. Okay. So he's from the southern states, and his clothes are custom made by Yenny. Now I know y'all will say, who in the hell is Yenny? But anyway, when they come and they tell me these stories, I listen to every bit of it. Thank you so much for moderating Queen Sheba. And I'm going I'm going to look at everybody, I'm going to acknowledge everybody. But here's Euclid. And once again, Euclid clothes are specially made by Yenny. No one could dress like Euclid. He didn't wear shoes, but oh boy, he had the finest velvet, which velvet was very, very, very expensive and hard to find back in the day. He looks like a magician, and he is. He's a pastor. He's a pastor of a church. And, the women just rave over Euclid. He's very charismatic. You know what I'm saying? The women were in love with Euclid's voice. But Euclid also was a prophet. You understand what I'm saying? He was a prophet. He divined. He helped lots of people with relationships, with love. You know what I'm saying? He also helped with money. He also helped to deliver souls, he felt like, from the devil, in a sense. These were some of the things that Euclid did. One of the scandals that went down with Euclid is when he said that there was going to be an asteroid or something like that was going to hit at a certain period of time, and it didn't happen. So people began to lose faith in Euclid. But Euclid denied it. He said, no, this is not what I did. So people came from everywhere to hear his prophecies and stuff. But he was able to restore his reputation when the cholera broke out. You know what I'm saying? And when cholera broke out, Euclid came out with his own charm to say that if you keep this in your house, your family members will recover from this dreadful disease. And he tout that's what he could do, and people they swore up and down that it worked, that Euclid's charms work. So here is Euclid Souther. Pastor Euclid Southers is his name. Okay. So anyway, find your niche. Don't worry about it. If you can't make dolls, it's okay. You might have something else that You know what I'm saying? By far, they beat the dolls, and that's much, much better than the dolls. Y'all look at his eyes. Look at Euclid's eyes. He's got eyes. He's missing a couple of teeth there. But he knows what's going on, don't you, Euclid? And he's bendable, and he's posable. He can bend, and he can pose. Euclid, Pastor Euclid Suthers. Now, I'm kind of a little bit laid back today. I think I may do a few jars. No, I'm not, because I don't have clean jars. I didn't clean the jars. So I'm going to come back down here and clean the jars because I need to continue to do some storage. But I want you all to get yourselves ready. And these are only 98 cents. Okay. I want y'all to get started with this. Next week, I'm coming in to do, hopefully, y'all don't hold me to it. Y'all know sometimes I kind of change because I move with the spirit. My sinuses are just toe up because they turned that red dirt road. We don't no longer have a red dirt road no more. They turned it back to a black asphalt road, and they should have turned it to an asphalt road because guess what? They were handing out tickets since the summertime so that they can pay for that road. So we got a brand new, beautiful black asphalt road. And there was a lot of dust just being kicked up all over the place and everything. You got people over there sneezing and a coughing. It didn't affect me in any ways like that or whatever. But, you know, I feel for people. But I do feel like, you know, whatever that is in there is poisonous. And, you know, I really don't want none of that on me. We already got this other stuff going on. Because it's going to be, it's going to be bad in January, December, and January. Lord, protect me from that stuff that they getting ready to cook up in there. Y'all know what they're cooking in them labs. But anyways, we're going to create a, I want us to make a dry soup. A dry soup. And I'm finding that you can get your jars and you can have tomato powder. You can have dried basil. You can have your salt. They even have dried cheese. You know, get all your ingredients, powdered onions, powdered garlic. Y'all get my drift. Even like dried tomatoes, just slice dried tomatoes, you know, and you can create a soup in a jar. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do that. I say always put your noodles on top of your jar. We'll get into that next week if it's God's will, the great big mother's will, and then happen. Because you may have to separate the macaroni because you don't want to cook your macaroni too soft if you put all the ingredients in there. But you want to kind of cook your macaroni over to the side and then get your powdered ingredients and then put them in there with your macaroni. And which you know you're going to leave a little bit of water in there. Directions should come with that. These will make nice gifts. You don't have too long before December, so we're going to go over that. We're going to do that so that you all can not only, you know, have it for, you know, for people and everything that you love and what have you as gifts, but you want to get in the habit of learning how to do it for your own self and your own family person. And you can also dry meat. I got my little dry racks and stuff like that. You can also dry meat. You know, meat can be dried. You know, dry your chicken, whatever, and can them using a food saver or oxygen, you know, absorbers, you know, to go inside of your jars. I cannot repeat this over and over again enough that this is something that must be done because I don't care. It may be, the stores may be packed between here, 2026 and beyond, because 2026 is when everything is gone. When I say gone, it might be enough, but you might not be able to afford it. Get yourselves ready to have what you got at your house available to feed you and your family. Because a gallon of milk, where we going? Maybe about this big. It ain't even a gallon no more. And then they may be sitting out here saying, honey, we want $15 for that. And you used to paying $2 to $3 for it. But now you got to pay $15 for that much milk. And they telling you this is a gallon, and you know that ain't no goddamn, that ain't no gallon. So anyway, so we're going to be storing some of these things up here. Imagine. Like I said, you got your dried cheese, your salt, and your macaroni on top. You're layering this. This is a huge meal for a family. And it's 98 cents. I don't hear nobody tell me I can't do it. Yes, you can. 98 cents a week on noodles. Get your jars. It don't necessarily have to just be mason jars, cur jars, and all these other different type of jars. You understand? Ball, whatever, generic jars. It could just be a jar you just had relish in it. You just got through eating relish in this jar. Keep it. Keep it. It's going to be so bad. Even a plastic jar is going to do us some good, ain't it? Ain't it? You understand? And they're good for things like dry food with oxygen absorbers. All of your glass jars that you have bought out of the store with food in it or what have you, you can use those. You understand what I'm saying? We can't prepare 100% enough because we're really, really late. I ain't going to lie about it. But we can do something. Don't let nobody tell you, hey, you can't do anything. It's a wrap. It's over. Okay. So this finally finished, y'all. These are my blueberries that I put up, and it doesn't pop anymore. See how good that look? You get hungry, you're gonna want to open this. You're gonna be like, hey, I gotta have it. Raisins, cranberries, okay? So we got dried rice with oxygen absorbers in it. This right here, 2 of these, which ain't costing you no more than $5 of rice. I don't even know if it's that much money. I'm not even sure. I gotta check on this. Okay, turn this upside down. It is now processed. These are tomatoes from last week. You see a little bit of cloudiness, and that tends to come because of using sea salt. Sea salt gives you a cloudy look in canning. But if you use canning salt, it is more clearer. This right here, sea salt. And oh my God, I ate one of them. Whoo-wee! Hot tomato. I did one of them with some dill. It was good, y'all. Now you want to just drink the juice off of it. Off of hood. I heard somebody say off of hood, but we say off hood. Look. So we got those things going. And once again, this is the Temple of the Crossroads. Okay, it's entity, which is real, and they don't play. And I'm just a representative, just for this moment. And one day, they'll choose someone else. Okay? So, and think about it. You don't want to try to patent his name now. It's going to be hell on wheels for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't even think about it. Now, here, because, some people go and try to do it. But if you do that, you're not going to be comfortable because they're going to haunt you. Okay? And so I wish I would tell me I can't use something I made up. Hello? Here we go. This. I like that. Here we go. Y'all look at this. So y'all remember I said I was going to tie this hair. And this is about 2 feet worth of hair tied up because I was telling you all, I said that it was in poor health and I cannot cut it. So what I did over time, it has actually shrunk into itself. It's actually like doing that. I could see the change of it. It was really thick, but it's not as thick as it was because it's starting to like compress, you know. But I just thought I'd talk about it because I'm looking at it. Okay. But look, as y'all see, I grow, my hair grows brown as it get long. I have brown hair, but matter of fact. But listen. Here is something that I want you all to invest in. I don't even know if this thing even work. I don't know if it worked. And I ordered another one. So I ordered 2. And I am not sure how this thing works. Anybody know anything about a ham radio? I should at least make sure the thing works before I ordered another one. I went and just got crazy and said, let me get another one. Let me see what's going on. I'm just this is the charge pad. Okay, I don't know if it works yet. I've ordered this one. I've ordered another one. I said, let me get busy. If it doesn't work, I've only lost between the 2 of these about $45. But I'm going to get my ass whooped. Excuse my language. And when I do that, that means next time, get brands that have reviews on it, because a lot of that stuff on eBay ain't no good. But y'all get my drift. You get my drift, don't you? You get my drift. So I'm gonna recommend, due to the fact, I don't know if I did this right or not. For some reason this thing is stuck. Get walkie-talkies and get familiar with them. I'm not saying you're going to need them. I'm just saying you're going to need some on aboard, Emma, right? I can't get this darn thing off of him. Let's see if Mr. Willie can get it off. Hey, Willie! I have to get him because he act like he can't hear. Willie! Y'all give me a minute. Let me see if he can get this off here because I took the back off of it and I tried to put it back on and it is not going on. Hang on 1 minute. Hey, Will. Hey, this thing. Come up in here. Will. It ain't screwed down. I took it off. And I tried to put it back on. I can't get it back on. No, it's not because I took it off. It's not screwed in because I took the whole thing off. And I tried to put it back on. And now it's hung in there. I think I'll just wait and let somebody look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm angry with that thing. You know, huh? How you know it's working? Come and show it to me. Let me see it. Okay, I think he got it on, but still we can't, the back of it acting weird. Let me see it. You just can't, oh, you did get it on. Oh, it works.
Yeah.
So what, you got a radio so I can talk on yours?
That radio won't work with mine.
How you know?
Cause mine got our name.
What do I do? I mean, how did you make it do something? How did you make it do something?
I just turned it on. Push the button.
How do I know? I don't know how to do it.
Let me
Show me.
see.
He finna show us what to do to use these radios because he use them all the time.
Yeah, I made this from this.
So, can I communicate with you on here?
No, my radio made this from this one.
Somebody said this will communicate with any radio. It won't.
It probably will. Another kind like you got.
So how do I talk on it?
Into it.
Y'all go and get those there on eBay. It ain't but $22 with the taxes. Get you one. Get your children one. Everybody needs one. Just have it stored up just in case. And we're gonna go over some of the things that we need besides like batteries, you know, AAA, AA, I don't know, you know. I mean, that's the same thing. Well, no, AA, AAA, you know. Y'all need to be putting all those batteries up. And we want to concentrate on what it's doing.
I can't see.
We want to concentrate on solar powered energy type devices, you know, when it comes to communications, lighting, and all of that other good stuff. What happened? So it comes with this. It looks like a little baby thing here, honey. We're gonna have to do something else. Is that just too baby like I need to get something bigger than that, or that is big enough? Okay, so here we got our little charging station. So there is power. Another thing we need to be doing, if y'all in these houses and stuff like that, please get generators. Get generators. They also have what they call chug plugs for people who use Apple devices. You can use chug plugs. Then they have the what is that? What they call it? UPSs. They have UPSs, not the store UPS, but there's a device that actually plugs in and it becomes like a little mini small generator that will push out enough energy to keep things plugged in, like lamps and computers. I have like a couple of them around the house. I only pay $55, but I think the more energy it gives you per, you know, the more they can be. I think that will give me 8 hours worth of energy, continuous energy, where I can keep the router plugged in or the computer plugged in, or, you know, charge my phone or charge this, you know, what have you. Or just get you a gasoline generator. They have solar generators. Just get a generator. I don't care anything about the debate whether or not it's going to be some gas to continue to feed into this generator. Just get a generator, because we're going to have some blackouts. They're already listing the names of the different states that will be experiencing rolling blackouts. Texas, you're one of them. Texas, what's coming to you is not going to be good, Texas. Ooh. It's not going to be good. Somebody's face I saw, and I closed my eyes. I saw this lady, she's big, round, pumpkin cheeks, dark skinned woman with these glasses and this gray hair, like, you know, like saying, hey, look, you know. I don't know what she's trying to say or what have you. Maybe she's supposed to be the overseer over Texas or something, in consciousness or something like that. I don't know what she's supposed to be. But, you know, I'm not saying, I mean, we're all, you know, in danger right now. I don't care where you at, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia. But I'm going to tell you, Texas better get ready, because they got it in for Texas. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see some blackouts up in Texas. Y'all going to get snow there too, honey. We might get snow here too, but y'all going to have some crippling ass motherfucking stuff. If you living in those places in Texas like Dallas, they ready to cut the head off of y'all necks. Y'all need blankets. Matter of fact, if even here in Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, get blankets and blankets. Y'all gonna be seeing me bring these things into the temple to prepare you all. And me preparing you all is preparing me and my family, okay? Another thing that we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing some dried milk, all of that stuff. We're going to start drying things.
Read up on this. I don't know how to work this.
Oh, what are you doing?
It'll work. You just got to read up on it, know how to do it.
What? So how? Okay, so when I want to turn it on, what I do? Because I'm going to teach them. Okay, so I turn this on the top like that. Okay. Okay, and then like what else?
Mic.
If I want to talk on it, what do I do?
We'll say mic. Supposed to match that, but I don't know.
Oh, this is when I need another one like this.
Uh-huh.
So is this the reason why it's not working? Because we need another one
Yeah,
like
another
it?
like that, yeah.
So me saying this right here, do I supposed to say breaker, 19?
I don't know. Let's see this.
Breaker, 19, breaker, 19. What part I supposed to talk into?
Let me see. You hold it, just talk into it. Right
Oh, don't let it go. Just keep your hand on it.
I'm trying to see why this thing matching in. It say mic.
Do you need to take that off of there?
I can't see. Hold up.
Okay.
I'm out of it. What is this?
Okay, I'm finna get ready to introduce that to them. So now, what is this? What is this? This is like when you want to put headphones on this. I mean earpieces. That's earpieces for this here. But don't worry about it. Okay, so y'all, now let me do this for Mr. Willis spoil it. Let's introduce this right here. Can we get these thumbs up, please? We have this. What better to have than to have a radio? Now I know some of you all gonna be dead down into it. You're gonna be like getting it up and getting it in. I think these wires go to this. Okay, and this goes to that, and this goes to that.
Let's see. Some go in here.
Oh, you got to plug it in so you can charge it in this charging station. Yeah, keep it charged. Okay, so that's the cheap way of getting out. You might want to consider going with a name brand. Okay.
Go in here.
This goes in that end. Something, I don't know. Just you have to just look and see. It was no, it don't nothing go in there. It was just sitting on top of that.
I know that's the charger right there. I know that.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. If the lights go out, you're gonna want to know what's going on. If the TV goes out, you want to know what's going on in the outside world. You're just sitting in your house. It's dark. People funny. Neighbors don't want to come to the door. So you want to be connected to the outside world. This is what you're going to, this is going to be your buddy. This is going to be your buddy. So anyways, I had somebody prior to turn all this stuff on. And here's our radio. We got FM. It is solar generated. You put it out in the sun. It has no electricity. What you had to do?
That's a mic right here. You put it on the shirt and you talk in it.
Oh, so you put it in your ears.
Yeah, talk.
So basically, that needs the other radio in order to function. Yeah. Gotcha.
That's whatever this goes to.
Okay. Yeah. Here we have, thank you. Okay, now this is a wind up, really. Okay, this is a wind up. Let me turn this off. So, if the lights go out and there is no sun, there's no power coming from the wall, you wind it up to energize it. So if it's, you ain't got no power and, you ain't got no batteries. I don't think, it don't even run by batteries. You just do this here to generate new power to it. So this is going to be definitely something you want. Any type of devices where you could just do this right here, make this thing work. I want to cuss so bad, but some say don't cuss. Then, oh, Mr. Willie, look. It's got a cell phone thing on it. Oh, it's got a USB.
Yeah. So
that means you could power up your cell phone. How cool is that? Look.
That's it.
So this right here
This right here, that's what this for.
Mr. Willis said this is what this is for. So you can stick this in there and make this do something somewhere else.
Let me see that. Open it up. That fit? Yeah.
Yeah, it fits in here.
Yeah.
So that means you could probably put your computer in here too, can't it?
I don't know about all that. Now you got to read up.
Maybe you could put your computer in here too and just do this here once your power goes out in your computer.
I don't know that don't do enough to work with the computer.
You can put your cell phone in here. And once you finish, look, Mr. Willie, you ain't see this yet. And here's another thing you can do.
See what? Oh, light on?
You got your homemade flashlight. No, it's not homemade, but here's our flashlight. Okay. So this is cool. I mean, you don't need any batteries at all. You got enough light to shine all this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. That's what we got. Yes, we do. So, you know, you got your antenna here. So this will make a great present for somebody. Y'all get them while they got them on eBay. I'm gonna order some more. I think all of us. I mean, I think this will make a great Christmas gift. You know, if you're into that glamour sector where you know everybody got to people looking for $1,000 gift cards to I don't know, to maybe you know down here one of these popular restaurants is called what do they call it? Texas in Brazil, where you get all kinds of meats, you know, beef steaks and all this craziness. And Key was saying a man took her on a date and spent $300 in dinner on her. And I was like, that is ridiculous. A finance. What he said? She said he was a finance manager. And the tip was $100. And I'm like, that's crazy. So, you know, if you one of those glamour type people where you're looking for a Louis Vuitton or a what other kind of name? A Balenciaga, a Chanel. Okay, what's all these old crazy names they got? Fendi. I'm a Fendi lover. And you got all that going on. I ain't necessarily talking about y'all. I'm talking about people who know that this shift is going to be hard. People who are ready to prepare themselves to do the best they can to see about themselves. So this has, let's see, this has a WB, and I've never heard of WB. That's WB, not SWV, but WB. I'm searching for channels on WB.
The wind was north at 3 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.19 inches and steady. At Demopolis, it was fair. The temperature was 40 degrees with a dew point of 33 degrees. The relative humidity was 77%. The wind was calm. The pressure was 30.22 inches and rising. At Praxville, it was fair. The temperature was 41 degrees with a dew point of 31 degrees. The relative humidity was 69%.
This would be great for people who are in a tornado and lost power. Here's your weather band. So this WB, I guess it's called weather band. It's a weather
The
band.
temperature was 45 degrees with a dew point of 31
Don't pay no
degrees.
attention to me. I might be just
The
making
relative
something up.
humidity was 58%.
Okay. So that's the only station on WB. Okay. Now we go to FM. We on FM. That's FM. Good. This is a very good reception. great gift. It only costs $22. I don't even know if it costs that. Them people might be looking at you saying, the fuck? You mean to tell me I done gave you this nice gift and you gonna give me that? I feel some kind of a way. But when them lights go out, first thing they're gonna be doing is looking for this. Give these away as gifts. Oh crap. So Mr. Little was showing me, he loved gadgets. He was showing me this him. He said, this is the actual, it goes on the ear.
We think you like this. 100.9 Alex FM.
So you put this on your ear. And it goes there. So I have it clipped around my ear. And here I talk to this breaker 19, breaker 19, which, that's something we used to do on CDs. I'm just teasing, And this is it. You turn it on this way, and I hear myself talking. What's up? What's up? Wait a minute now. What's up? What's up? I thought I heard myself talking. Hello? Hello? This is me talking through a two-way radio, and ain't no other ones around. Don't pay me no attention, y'all. So these are two things that you're going to need that is going to be a game changer if something happens. Now, we're going to go from there to preparing you all for how to cook outdoors. Get your metal cauldrons ready to cook them big soups outside. Get your 2 blocks. Get your Bunsen burner. I guess all the matches you can get, an alternative way to light fires is what you're going to need. And that's going to do it. So, some days we're not cooking, we're not going to be cooking, and we're going to just like introduce different gadgets that will actually be like a lifesaver, I don't care what nobody say, to me, I think that those will definitely do some good for me. If I'm ever in a crisis, this is just an extra earbud pad here. And this is actually for our radio once again. So, you can, I guess, charge your cell phones up when the power's out. Because it is not even all about just the apocalypse that everybody's waiting on, so they won't have to pay no more credit card bill, no more rent, no more mortgages, no more loans. You understand? But who knows? You just may have like a power outage due to a snowstorm, a flood or something like that, or not a flood, maybe a tornado or hurricane or something. And the only reason why they were able to make it cool here now in the winter, well, I don't know what they call this season. I don't keep up with it because it don't even feel naturally cold like it used to be. I'm just walking around with this on, and it's because, they sent a hurricane through Florida. So it's getting to the point they got to tear something up in order to, let me fix this right here. Okay. In order to cool the place off, you got to tear something up. You got to tear folks' houses up, flood folks' homes and stuff like that to control that Gulf Stream. And what they look like they're working on is the Florida area to control that heat comes from Florida, because most of that heat is coming from down below those Caribbean islands. Okay, so this is going to work for about what? A couple weeks, 3 weeks. Then after that, what? Be prepared. They're going to, since hurricane season officially goes out in November and don't show back up until June, unless they decide, hey, we're going to continue to create these hurricanes. We're in desperate, we're in a desperate situation. They're gonna, the tornadoes that are gonna rip through here in December, it's some folks gonna be unalive. They're not even aware of it. They just carrying on. You know, I always say it could be me, I'm humble. And I pray to God it ain't me and ain't nobody in my family. Not like that. Lord, take somebody else instead. But, you know, they come through Alabama with them goddamn tornadoes. You Alabama, get your ass ready, go. You gonna get towed up. Birmingham, no, it be getting it, baby. It go through Birmingham. It go through Tuscaloosa. I mean, I know that shit by heart. It gonna come through Tuscaloosa, ass. It's gonna come from Texas. It comes through Texas, through Louisiana, through Mississippi to Alabama, and go through Tuscaloosa because Tuscaloosa is close to Mississippi. Okay, Mississippi is close to Louisiana, and Louisiana is close to Texas. That's where we get our weather from. We get that shit from Texas. That's where most of the weather machines are in Dallas, Texas. They are not even aware of the people who living there are not aware. And if they got a space center or something like that, like nuclear plants and stuff like that up in there, ooh, they cooking it up right now. Right now they cooking it up so they can send it over here to Alabama. So I already told you, December is gonna be a bunch of people unalive from December from destructive weather that they're gonna create, windstorms to keep it cold. And ooh, they can't do better than this because see what they're limited on water. They're actually drying up the Mississippi River, the Hudson River, these different river reservoirs to store that water for a plethora of things. They're actually selling the water to Asia. Somebody was laughing at me when I was telling them that. They said I was delusional. They're selling water to Asia. They're storing water underground. And they're using water to create floods here in America and some overseas. So this is why you're getting limited rain here in November 2022. Here in the southern portions of the U.S., you're getting limited, like sprinkles here. Just enough to change the temperature to make it really, really, really cold. To make it as cold as they possibly can get. But it's not going to stick because it takes a lot of water. Something that you are limited on. They are so desperate. This is why I did that video. Anyone that cuts down the trees, that disturb the trees. I ain't talking about the little baby trees, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a baby tree that I'm going to have to get up. I'm going to get that baby tree up because it is actually blocking one of my other trees. So I'm going to have to unalive it, but I will do something kind and carve maybe something from it. But, so all of the trees around me, they are cutting them down, just one tree behind the next tree, and they're taking those trees, especially the pine trees, to the paper mill. Okay, paper mills, all these different paper mills, these different plants, manufacturing plants, or what have you. The reason they have them is so that they can pump that steam out of those stacks and stacks of those chimney pipes. Those chimney pipes that stack up really, really, really high is where they send those steam vapors up, and in the byproducts of that steam creates your chemical clouds. Cover the sun. And once you cover the sun, you're able to achieve a nosedive into temperatures. And it's an array of toxic chemicals that they put in there, like aluminum oxide that they spray from their cloud seeding machine. All those little capsules up there, they have them layered too. Y'all, I just be watching. Yeah, your cover is blown, okay? One layer here, then another layer there, then another layer here, and another layer there. You got about so many layers and layers and layers until eventually you're going to be able to stick your hand up in the air and you're going to be immersed in clouds. By 2030 and beyond, clouds will hang on the ground. Did y'all hear me? Cloud. I might not be here with y'all by that time, but you're going to be remembering. I just did a video for you all 5 days ago. I said airplanes or be falling out of the sky. They're not going to know what's causing it. But our planes are not going to be able to fly up there because of the immense heat pockets that are up there. You understand that? That energy up there that's really, really hot is going to cause airplanes to fall from the sky, to collide with each other. It just happened yesterday. Now, y'all know I told you about that. I want y'all to look that up. 2 airplanes fell clean out the goddamn sky. And I told y'all. Okay, so let me look and see, what everybody's talking about, because I am getting ready to go. Let's see, what is everybody talking about? What is everybody talking about? Hey, Golden Amethyst, she's the first in here to the chat. Thank you for the support, okay? Hey, Hopeful Heather, how you doing? She said, we love you, Mother Wisdom. Understand, we love you too. Hey, China Mutter, how you doing? You a holy witch compared to the one in Africa, just saying, Mother Wisdom. Yes, I always tell everybody that I am very holy. I am divine. I am not a defiled. You have defiled witches. They are defiled, and I can feel their defilement. And then I'm not defiled, but I am inherently evil. So, this is something that, must be addressed, because being honest with myself and being honest with you frees me from, and I need to be free because I'm gonna have to go and return to the sea soon in order to go with a clear head, you know what I'm saying? And I'm Aquarius too. We gotta just be some honest people that I am inherently evil. Trust me. You don't know me. I put off that loving energy, motherly divine energy. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got no choice, because that's my mother energy. My voice you hear now is my mother's energy, but it is not who I am. It is not who I am. I am mischievous. I am a trickster. I come from a line of tricksters, but I try to do everybody right. The evil in me is to bring about darkness. And the darkness is needed. It must be night. The darkness is letting you all know, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is wicked out there. I'm not doing the wickedness. I'm just telling you about the wickedness. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks want to make you feel like it's all love and light. Love and light. I love house fires. I like to see them burn. That's just who I am. I'm in awe when I see a fire. You understand? So a lot of people may say, that's evil to see fires. You understand? It's something. I don't feel like nothing is wrong with me. People think that is something wrong with me. The fact that I enjoy watching people cut to the flesh and bone and watch these. I eat and I watch these things, and it does something to me. See blood clots and stuff removed. I want to destroy them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm drawn to that kind of stuff. Kidney stone. When I see kidney stones loaded in the kidney, gallbladder full of stone, blood clots blocking and cast the blood clots coming from people's mouths, hanging with the veins, the tree veins of the liver, and of the lungs and stuff, is what makes me wicked. To see a decaying body, I'm just going to be honest with you, to see the decay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I'll get immersed in it. I might watch decaying bodies for a whole 7 days. Be in a whole nother world. Watching somebody just cut something off of a body part. Those are the things that I'm saying that might make me a little bit different from you all, and you all can't see it, the darkness of who I really am. And I don't know why I'm intrigued by watching that. And then just me being honest and telling you things that most people are not going to tell you. I am fascinated with necromancy. I don't know why. I can skin the hide off of a human being. Does that make me evil? No. It's just like, maybe we're doing an autopsy. I would have no problem. No problems doing an autopsy. Hello? We did those with our cadavers when I was in nursing school and everything. Most people were squeamish, but I'm the type of person I get like this. You know what I'm saying? So, no, you're not going to be able to see who I really am. You understand what I'm saying? But I will tell you. But when you think about it, who's going to do it? Yeah, I could deliver a baby. Somebody cock wide open, baby come out. I could take that baby out. I could tie the cord. I can cut it, you understand, after I sterilize the scissors or whatever, whatever. I could do that. If I needed to do a surgery on somebody because the hospitals are closed, yes, that'll be me able to go in there, cut through. I may have to have a man to crack open that sternum, go in there and take out what's in there. Hello? To take and remove whatever that is eventually going to unalive the person. That's the part of me that I think may be wicked and evil to a lot of people. And I do enjoy watching destruction. Yes, I love to see the wind come in and tear up things. I'm like, ooh, Mr. Wood like that too. But I don't know, maybe that's not wicked and it's not evil. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not. But that's how I am. I like to see destruction, but at the same time too, I like to see, nature put things back together again. Something that may have been cut like my finger and it sealed itself back up. And I'm just in awe of the fact that this finger was sealed back by nature. To see something sutured back together is beautiful to me. You know what I'm saying? To see somebody heal and whole is beautiful to me. To see somebody rebuild a house over a place that had just totally burned down, beautiful. You understand? See somebody unalive but reincarnated in their family is beautiful to me. So all of these different elements make up who I am, okay? So now, no, I'm not a defiled witch. So we need to talk about the defiled. And we need to talk about the actual, I'm more or less the damned. The witch of the damned, the holy one of the damned, which I don't identify with witch. That's not me. I'm not a witch, okay? Once again, I appreciate you if you would you just say I'm a creator. I'm a creator. I'm a destroyer. You understand? Um, Trying to see what I was gonna say. I'm a slayer. A demon slayer. I'm those things. But I'm definitely not a witch. You know what I'm saying? I don't identify with that. And nothing wrong with the people who do identify with that, but I just feel like saying I'm a witch is just saying like I'm just an ordinary person, and I'm not an ordinary person because a witch to me is just like it's just a whole bunch of those now. Nothing special about it, anybody can be one, and that's not me. That's not me. So just say that I'm a creator. I'm a creator. I'm an artist. That's all I am. That's all I am. And when I die, no one is gonna remember me. So I have this brief moment of this gift of life that I want to relish in the moment. I want to relish with my children. Whatever time I have left, whatever time they have left, to have whatever time we have left, and I will be gone and forgotten about. Just like all of my past lifetimes, you know what I'm saying? Just like your lifetime. I think where I'm at now in my life, what I'm trying to get comfortable with is knowing that when I die, you understand that, no one is going to remember me. My children will remember me, but after they die, no one will remember me. And so I'm trying to come to a peaceful place with that, and an acceptance of the fact that I will be forgotten about. Already the young people don't even know who Tupac is. And when we die, like Generation Z, some of the Z's and Alphas, especially the Alphas, they don't know nothing about no Tupac Shakur. Okay? And he did a lot of great work. They don't know. Um, the only ones that are remembered are those who turn into saints. So like Martin Luther King is a saint now. Saint Martin Luther King. They got his candles and stuff like that. Michael Jackson has a candle. I was in the store and they had a Michael Jackson candle where you could summon Michael's spirit. Prince. These people, they are saints. So if they have earned their rights to be saints. Many of the ancestors are forgotten about. Many of the spirits are forgotten about. So we call them mystery spirits. So I will be, and some of you all will be, mystery spirits. I have a lot of those spirits that are with me. Some give their name, some don't. And the mystery spirits, you know what I'm saying, are just as powerful as the saints. They just don't have a name. They may have once had a name and people forgotten about it. So this is what's so beautiful. I feel like most of my powers come from mystery spirits. The ability to make Euclid. That came from a mystery spirit. Now, I must say that there's an ancestor that is responsible for me making the dolls. And I told y'all she was a white woman that would be considered maybe a great aunt or a great grandmother, but the woman was white. And y'all know I ain't gonna sit down and make nothing up like this. She was like I tell y'all the story all the time. She had her hair pulled up, thick white hair pulled up. She had like tiny frame eyeglasses, a big full face. She was a heavyset woman, pear shaped but big wide hips, and the typical gingham type fabric on, and apron, and she liked to bake and do a lot of crafty things, but she is responsible for the dolls as an inheritance that I picked up with her. I saw her. I told it's a video on YouTube right now where I was playing my guitar in the dark, but it was just enough light on YouTube for YouTube from a window. And every time I made a mistake, there was a doll hand that came down. And I was like, look at this, it's a doll hand. Every time I make a mistake, it's correcting me. And with that, I saw the lady who made the doll, because I said, that stitch ain't my stitch. I know my stitch of a doll hand, because I stitch doll hands. This doll right here has clay hands. But I do stitch doll hands too. So it's a different stitch, and I saw the woman that was behind that. No lie, I saw her. So, y'all, I better get up and I better go, honey. Thank y'all for the 36 thumbs. Oh, honey, it was good. But I know after me and Euclid better go away. Who else we got in here? Okay. Okay, so thank you for that comment, China Mutter. Hey Kay Amore, hey Nisha. Thank you. She said love and peace to your spirit and mental well-being. Thank you. Hey Christopher, where you been? Hey Empress Star. Empress 8 Star, how you doing? Hey Ali. Thank you, Queen Sheba, for moderating. Hey SB, the head nerdling. How you doing? Hey Millicent. Okay, Queen says that the Black Panther is a true story. The Queen was being hanged by invaders, and she asked to speak to her ancestors. That's right. And she shapeshifted to a Black Panther, South Africa. Beautiful. Thank you for that story. I'm going to see it. Now, I want to see Dream Girls. I'm going to see Dream Girls. So I'm upset because the dress that I ordered is not going to be here because they had refunded me my money because they don't have any more. And I wish they had known that it had been refunded 2 weeks ago. I would have had time to go to Shein, which I'm finding some nice dresses on Shein. For you big women like me, I'm a big girl. Shein is the place you need to go because my daughter was saying, oh my God, she said Shein clothes are too big for me. And I was like, okay, well then that's where I need to be at then. Because I'd rather my clothes come too big than to come to me too small. So I want to get me a dress from Shein, but it's already too late. But I want to go and catch it for Christmas, catch a few a couple of symphonies or plays or what have you. So I'm gonna go ahead on and order me a couple of dresses from Shein. I want to get one, but I don't have time to wait around and find out, then get here in time. And I missed it for my gathering for December. Um, hey, Rico. Oh, hey, Kay. Kay said, I'm reading the Octavia Butler book, Kindred, and what you're said about servants and masters is true. It's like a mental break that passed down through generations. Okay. Hey, lady. Glow 2020 Cooks, how you doing? Oh, I don't talk about that subject right there. Maybe it's somebody else who's watching a practitioner that may want to talk about it. Okay, okay, so you have to check and turn on the radio part so you can see if it works. Listen to stations around you. Okay, thanks for the advice. Thank you. She also says make sure you charge, and there's tutorials on what to set it on. Thank you so much. I will definitely do that. That is a great piece of information. We got a lot to store, y'all, and we got to continue this on. Not do it one time, but keep it up. Flour, oil, salt, sugar. Keep it going. Queen said, I remember using them at camp. We thought it was something, especially with those things on our hips. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Kay said the bigger the antenna, the farther out the frequency. Okay. To Taurus, how you doing? She says, I know you are a real psychic. She said, because I'm here staring off at a box labeled UPS. Yes, two Taurus. She says Dallas had two planes collide yesterday. And I had just told y'all a few days ahead of time on a video. I said, listen, y'all, planes will fall out the goddamn sky. I was trying to tell y'all that, man, you got different pockets of energy up there. And it makes it very unstable up there. And they're trying to control this heat and shit, man. And I know I'm gonna lose a lot of y'all here, Nibiru and the Kachinas and stuff. They him. You understand? Yeah, that ain't the only thing. Gonna be more planes crashing. Oh, I just seen it, y'all. Ooh, let me tell you what I see. I'm looking at now. I'm looking at this. The shit they ain't talking about. I'm looking at an airplane. And inside, they got a lot of seats in them now. And the seats are dark blue. There are no people in these seats, okay? So people are going to be stuck between worlds. They're not ready for the instability. It's unstable up there, because like the worlds and stuff like that, they are dividing and colliding, and there's a lot of craziness going on up in there and stuff like that. Talking about a Bermuda Triangle. They're gonna be planes taking off, they're not coming back. And some of them are not gonna be coming back without passengers, meaning that passengers will be onboarding planes, maybe ships to other dimensions and not returning. Maybe the plane may return or the ship may return, but nobody's going to be on them. This is the type of frequency and stuff like that that's out there. Now, this been going on, but it's going to get worse. They're not going to talk about it. You have to find all of that stuff, in the files like that. What you call those files? X files and shit. About the different. Okay, I know you ready, ain't you? I need to wash some clothes and stuff in here. I'm gonna come in the door washing clothes the next time. But yeah. I'm looking at a plane right now. Ain't nobody aboard. And what makes it so bad? They're like these glowing white balls. Glowing white balls in each chair. Them glowing white balls, they're just like hovering. What's that word for them when they hover like that? Because they're working on some technology like that right now, where things are hovering in the sky. They're building cities in the sky. They're not talking to y'all about it. You understand? But it's a thing. It's some type of gravitational stabilizing type technique that they're using and shit like that to make buildings hover above us. What they call that? Anti-gravitational mechanisms or something. I can't remember. It won't that come to me, y'all. Won't that come to me? Oh, okay. Golden Amethyst says she has the same crank radio. Good. Let's hope everybody in here get them one too. Hey, King of Wands, how are you? Okay, she said charges the cell phone. Okay, too. You sound like me. She said her ears popped when she said tornado. I'm the type of person I pay attention to that. Oh, I burped when I said such and such. I'm gonna go back and like, oh, let me go and research that word. Okay. Something happened. I burped on this particular. I'm gonna look that word up now. Obsess over that. If I burp saying a certain word, I'm gonna obsess over that word for at least 7 days. I ain't gonna stay off of it. Hello? I still got this thing in my mind where this man coughed up this clot, y'all. Ooh. And y'all, close your ears, you won't hear, but when he coughed that clot, that blood clot up, they said it was so interesting. They unfolded it. They wanted to see what it was. They said it looked like a red tree. It looked like a red tree, and it was the cast of his broncho thing. And I said to myself, oh my God, the lungs look just like tree branches. And guess what? Tree branches, they say, deliver oxygen. And so do the lungs deliver oxygen. But just to see inside of our bodies, there's some correlation between us and the trees. I mean, it's just such a fascination. And every now and then I just go back to look at that red lung. It looked like a coral, a red coral type thing, And I just like tonight I'm going back to look at it. And I don't know, something forces me to watch that. If it's something that just make you just like, ooh, like that, I have an obsession. Why can't I get away from it? I'm just waiting on the day when I can stop going over there looking at it. Bright coral red. And I had another one that was black. I go over there and I look at it sometimes. And what I like to do is to like give me some cooking oil, make it really, 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 really hot, and just drop it down in there because that's that's part of me feeling like I can get it out of my brain if I can destroy it. If I can destroy it. You understand? Them stones that I seen in that kidney, if I can just grab the stones out of there. You understand what I'm saying? And throw them in the creek. I mean, they just look like creek. Our bodies is nothing but a whole entire earth. Knowing that the kidneys collect, not only does the water stream through it, but they collect stones just like a creek. And that the lungs look like trees on the inside. I'm like, the inside of our bodies is the outside of the earth. What y'all think? Anyways, let me go on to something else. I get to freaking out when I get to thinking about stuff like that. Hi, I am a god, 1982. How you doing? Kay said, only thing I hate about ham radios is they want you to have a license to talk on it. Oh, ooh. So, okay, let's talk. What do you suggest we get then, since that may be an issue? Okay, tell me what we need to do. Okay. 2 says replant the tree. Don't destroy it, replant. I'm so mad at my son. I was blessed with a magnolia that grew tall as me. My son went and cut it down. Said it was in his way. It's coming back right here like this. Right? Baby, if you cut another one of my trees, I'm going to cut one of your legs. It's just that serious. Do not, you fucking with me when you go to cutting my trees. It's funny because I came home and they had them trim all of my pine trees, unbeknownst to me, in my yard, and threw them over there inside of the ditch. They came and got them out of the ditch and stuff, but they're so hungry to feed that paper meal pine trees until they're getting the trimmings off of our trees. And I said, okay, don't worry about it. Y'all can cut them and put them in there. I'm going to take them and I'm going to have them burned. These are our property. Oh, I experienced a live stream interruption. These are our property. No, you can't have them. You know, I'm like, right, and he come out of my yard, they go to show you don't own them. They can just cut your shit. Tell me they were on the power lines. They went all down the street, all over the city, cutting all the little trees off the power line. Okay, 2 said, I need a pyramid. I have some crystal pyramids. What kind of pyramids you talking about? Hey, Tiffany, how you doing? Yeah, you know, they don't want you to see nothing up in here, Tiffany. 2 says she must be an Aquarius. Hey, Third Coast X-Rated Bullies, LLC. Somebody took on my name, Mother Wisdom Tree. That's nice of you to think about me like that. Hey, Cara, see how you doing? Thank you so much. Cara Z said, I remember you saying that, Mama, about playing. Thank you. It makes me feel good to know that someone is listening and remembering. Thank you so much. Can we get the thumbs up? Cara Z says she remembers when I was saying that the airplanes are going to be falling out of the sky. And that's just the beginning of it. It's going to get worse than that. You ain't heard nothing yet. I just said it. It's going to be perplexing. And it's going to be significant. It's going to be epic. The amount of planes that are going to fall out of the sky all over the world because they claim the magnetic sphere is this and the fear and that. And now no such thing as magnetic sphere. No such thing. No such a thing as pole. No such a thing. No, we're just on a plate. We're on a disc. There are no poles. There are no poles. Ain't nothing turning. Ain't nothing spinning. No. There's nothing but walls around you. And around those walls are other worlds. Hello? And one day they're going to break it down to you and let you know about it, because with the snow melting and everything, won't be no boundaries. So yeah, you're going to hear a lot about, these planes just bloop on the ground. So y'all be real careful when y'all say y'all going to be just going out there doing y'all thing out there. Be careful. Getting on these planes and stuff. Be very careful. Okay, Golden Elephant says, them crank radios are on Amazon for less than $15. Y'all better check it out. Yeah, like a Cloud City, K. They're just floating in the sky. They got that going on already. I'm not gonna be able to look at everything here, Oh, oh, excuse me. I ain't mean to just burp like that. The spirit be just coming in and coming out, y'all. Hey, sweet tea. Anybody got any question? Anybody got any questions? If you got any questions, ask me now. Because I'm getting ready to call it quits. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I was able to tell you all about these. And I mean, let's talk about it. You know, I might do a live stream with y'all. You know, what's a better alternative than these ham radios? I'm talking about you need a license. These people is getting crazy, ain't they? They want you to have a license to do everything, don't they? So, what's the alternative to this? Tell me. Tell me. Great Christmas gifts, don't forget. She said they're cheap on Amazon. Check them out. I might go to Amazon myself because I could use quite a few of these right here and just tell people, you know, that I give them to put these in a safe place in case of an emergency. Just like I gave somebody one of those things, what you call those vacs that you put on the mouth. If something gets stuck in there, boop, you pull it out. I need to get one too for my own place. You know, good to have one in your car when you're mobile, and good one to have one in your house just in case somebody, you know, has something in there. You could pull it out, they won't choke off of it. Everybody needs one of those. Maybe an ambu bag or something like that would be great if you're the Good Samaritan. Oh, no, Kay. She said, why are they saying by 2030 or 2040 the ship will come home? I'm not sure. Who said that? Carzy is watching the Yellowstone volcano, and it ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna do nothing. They waiting on, they wanted to do something, but it ain't gonna do nothing. All of that's propaganda between, oh, Russia said they're gonna do this, and oh, China said they're gonna do that. Nothing but propaganda, distractions. Got us caught up in there. Meanwhile, they sneaking food prices up. You know, so it ain't gonna do that. Oh, it's gonna be a nuclear weapon that's gonna be dropped on America by Russia. When that nuclear weapon hits the United States, it's going to be the United States that does it. Because they, like I tell y'all every so often, we are possessed by some supernatural force that resides on this planet. I gotta tell y'all something before I go. We're possessed by them. These individuals are possessed by them to kill off so many people in order to balance things, to bring a balance upon. So these people are, when they become, you know, possessed and infected, they go and they create these bioweapons. They make deals with these demons of destruction, to create a bioweapon to take us, you know, non-alive us. You understand? And like it's just like the blueprint of physical bodies, whether they be the body of a fish, a cat, a dog, or a human being, or whatever creates these blueprints also, you know, infect these individuals' minds to do reaping. And behind the reaping that is done with these bio labs, like I told you, there is also a set of forces, demonic forces in the invisible world that participate to reap souls. That light got to stay on and up there. And it needs what? Our energy. Okay, this is what I was gonna tell y'all. So I go to the cemetery. I go to the cemetery because I gotta go and get my dog. He's having a fit. I go to the cemetery because um my pictures of me being in the cemetery with the moss and all that stuff like that. The person who's hacking me that goes in my album went in a few months ago. I don't know when it was, but they went and took those pictures out, which I still have them backed up on my hard drive, but they're not just accessible to me. So they did this just so that they can cost me a lot of time having to email them back to myself so I can use it as thumbnails. But they removed all of my pictures of me in the cemetery without Blackout. So I said, okay, I'm going to go to the cemetery and retake them. When I went into the cemetery, I asked the blessings of Baron and Oya, the graveyard keepers. I asked the blessings. I also made a necklace for them and took offerings. Okay? When I got in there, now listen to this. Doing my thing. Mr. Wood was taking the pictures for me. Matter of fact, look at that thumbnail. That's me taking that picture. Because I'm not going to let somebody who think it's fun to go inside of my album and get what they want out doing it. It's not going to happen. And know that those pictures are on a hard drive. Okay? Boom. So I'm just taking pictures. All of a sudden, a man shows up. He walks, look dark, heavily black skin. Black! They don't make them black like that anymore. He had a hat on his head. It was like a baseball cap. He had some armor camouflage pants on, light blue shirt, little jacket and stuff. He comes up because I had a ball of moss in my hand. Ball of moss that I actually got off the ground. And I was looking and said, something is wrong in here. The cemetery don't look the same. It looks like somebody has taken all of the moss off the trees. There's very little moss in there. I'm starting to see a lot of that everywhere I go. When these trees that had a lot of moss on them, they're starting to pick it off. Because there's these people coming from everywhere. These people come from up north. They have no respect. They're just grabbing the moss off the trees. Because even over there where I live, we had moss everywhere gone. Just gone. And I love the moss hanging from the tree because I think it's beautiful. So, like I said, once again, I talked about Aaron, asked for his blessings, and I talked to Oya, and then I gave them offerings, and then I proceeded to start taking pictures with the moss in my hand. And this man comes from nowhere. He don't even look like us, and he was missing some bottom rows of some teeth, and he said, I made it clear. And he said, is that moss? Is that moss? I went ahead and took my picture because I'm like, don't interrupt me. I mean, I'm making pictures right now. You understand? I think it's rude of you to just interrupt my session. Is that moss? Kind of looked like he had a northern accent. And so I stopped a minute and said, yes, it's moss. Moss that I actually got off the ground, and I wanted to make a picture of it. Anybody that touches what he said, anybody that takes the moss off the trees and take it with them will go to jail. Just an old black man. Looked like he was about 73, 74, gray hair. And he was dirty. He looked like a vagrant. He had a backpack on his back. And I told him, I said, you're not like us. Well, I'm from here. I said, no, you're not. You from up north. I know that accent does not sound I'm from up north, and everything. But then I realized I was not having a conversation with a regular human being. No. I backed up a minute and I looked at him. And we began to talk. And I said, you're under possession. He said, I know I am. He said, this morning, he said, something sat on my bed and sat on my chest. I said, you possessed by Baron Sunday. He did me just right there. I knew I was talking directly to Baron. And I said, but Baron, I did ask you for your blessings. Do I have your blessings in here? He didn't say nothing. Excuse me, Baron, do I have your blessings? He said. I said, did I give you enough? I gave you this, I gave you that. Is it enough? He hesitated. Is it enough, Baron? He said. But it was like he wasn't sure. So I got in his face again and I peered in his eyes. And I realized his eyes were not black like mine on the inside. They were like hazel, like a gray. I looked deep in there. When I looked deep into it, I realized I couldn't go nowhere with it. It couldn't go far. And I knew then, I said, yes, I'm dealing with Baron Sunday. And I looked at him real good. And he said, we just alike. I said, we sure are, aren't we? He said, yes, he said, we're just alike. And I said, okay, great. He said, but I need a favor from you. And I said, don't ask me for nothing because I don't have anything to give you, Baron. I don't have anything to give you. He looked at Mr. Wood and said, you have a blessed day. He got on his way and he began to walk or whatever. And the only reason why I'm not going to give a blessing because I'm not going to give to a spirit that comes in and tell me, oh, if you touch the smart, but I understand the energy of the graveyard keeper. I understand that energy. And Baron proceeded to say someone is in here, he said the cemetery is going down, the graveyard is going down. It's going down, and you not take care of the graveyard. It's like what he went to. It was just kind of like hit me off guard. I'm like, and I said to myself, I have nothing to give. I knew he was going to ask me for something, but I just told him what I'm going to give is already in here. I'm not going to give anything else because I don't have nothing else but the shirt off my back. And he basically told me in so many words that I have allowed that cemetery to go down because I ain't in there doing anything to take care of it. Okay, so I said, okay, I get that. Okay, so I will make more frequent visits or what have you and do whatever I possibly can. But, sounds like y'all got somebody who's doing a real good job of taking care of that place over there, that cemetery over there. I said all of this to say this. It's real, man. Only he didn't have any purple on. I expect to see Baron on Saturdays. Today is Sunday. I expect him to have, like some purple or some black on or dress nice or what have you. So I could not necessarily say that this was not a defiled energy. That's why I said I was not going to give anything to it. Because if that energy is defiled, I'm not going to give to it. Because he didn't have the classical colors on, but he's probably, he's some type of graveyard keeper of some kind or whatever, but I'm not going to give. I'm not going to give. I got to sit down and do some investigation. You're going to get nothing out of my hand. I ain't 100%. But he was watching that cemetery. One thing, and it's funny because I had just did a video saying anybody that disturbs the tree will be dealt with. And he came and he said, anybody disturb these trees, you know what I'm saying, will be dealt with. And I was like, God, that was just like I'm talking to myself. I had just got through saying all that. But I just thought that was an interesting story. Okay, y'all. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, y'all. It has been nice. I'll get back with y'all in a minute. Bye-bye. I'm out.